Good afternoon, let's meet. Good afternoon, committee members and other parties of interest. The evaluation committee meeting for RFP 25-00197 home Chodo certification, recertification, and Chodo projects will be held by means of communication media technology. Active participation will be for committee members only. Provisions have been made for any member of the public desiring to have access to view the meeting. Public attendees must remain on mute and keep your cameras off. The online internet and live stream will also be available via recording after the meeting has ended. Please be advised that the cone of silence is still in effect. All meetings and correspondence must include me. My name is Tracy Edwards, and I am the senior procurement buyer for this product, for this project. For the record, this meeting is being recorded and has been publicly noticed. At this time, I will ask each committee member to introduce themselves for the record, beginning with the committee chair, Willette Hollinger.
Good afternoon, Willette Hollinger, Planning Resource Manager, Affordable Housing Services, and Committee Chair.
Erica Jeffries, interim budget, actually grants management office, under compliance reporting officer.
Alicia Crosby Rucker, Director, Hillsborough County Homeless and Community Services.
Wesley Hughes, also Community Impact Community Liaison.
Shirley McQuarrie, Affordable Housing Services, Project Manager.
Dawn Janina, Chief Fire Procurement Services.
Monster Yazzie, Capital Programs, Architecture Services.
Sheriff Watkins, Manager Rural Property Section, Facilities Management, Real Estate Services Division.
The evaluation committee chair, Willette Hollinger, will lead the discussion for scoring. After each category is discussed, please state the final consensus scoring agreed upon so that I may report it in the scoring spreadsheet. After the conclusion of the scoring, I will verify the scores with the committee and provide the final presentation ranking on the scoring sheet. Willette Hollinger, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Tracy, and thank you everybody today for your time. So typically just some housekeeping rules. We typically score the applications in alphabetical order, the name of the applicant. And committee members will be providing scores for number 1, organizational information, capacity, and experience. Number 3, if it is a new proposer. Number 4, project timeline. Number 5, ability to proceed and shovel ready. And number 6, construction features. Affordable Housing Services Department will provide scores for number 2, if it's a performance of a past subrecipient. Number 7, leveraging. And number 9, the bonus points for mass transit and the NERSA, which is Neighborhood Revitalization Strategy Area. And then the Office of Management and Budget provides a score, which will also report for number 8, financial capacity. Having said that, we'll go ahead and get started. The first up in alphabetical order would be CDC, CDC of Tampa. I have that. So those 5 minutes on the committee here. Right. Start off with number 1, organizational information, capacity, and experience. We'll start with you, Erica. How did you rank?
15.
Okay. Alicia.
15.
Wes.
15.
Marcella.
14.
Okay. And Eric.
15.
Okay. So should we discuss that?
No, I'll go with majority because, I'm not gonna give perfect 15.
So consensus
Sorry.
score of 15. Tracy. Next up, they are so they're a past performer.
Okay,
And so how do we score for number 2?
so for number 2, under the performance of a past subrecipient, for the project accomplishments, they received a 2. Quarterly reporting on time, a 3. And monitoring and compliance issues and findings or concerns, 2.
That's 2, 3, and 2.
Correct.
That's not, altogether, it's for the total possible is 15, correct?
Right, so it'll be 2 plus 3 plus 2.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Project timeline. You good, Tracy?
I'm sorry,
You good?
yes.
1, 2, skip down to 4 for project timeline. Erica, how much you score? 10. Felicia? 10. Wes?
7.
4.
You're a 9.
Eric?
10.
Well, let's discuss.
Meeting on the low end of it. I was just noticing that they were kind of generalized timelines slightly. There was just saying the month of the year, so it could have been beginning of the month, end of the month. One thing gets thrown off, you've thrown off that entire timeline, depending on where it is.
Okay. What was your score?
So
10, 5, or 0.
So, yeah, it had to be 10, 5, or 0.
I'll do 5.
5, okay, so 5.
I think we have to, this is one of the things everyone, that you go through every year, and it's good that you said something, you scored low now, so we can start at the beginning. I think we have to decide as a committee, to set the tone, because what's gonna happen is going forward, there are gonna be some like this, and some less, some a little bit more, and we have to set the tone as to what we want to define, so we can be consistent. So we're gonna give this one 5, all the others following this one, that's similar to this should be 5. Or if we're gonna do 10, whatever, yes, we're gonna do whatever our expectation. Yes, I do understand, I mean, it's general, but I just felt like, I'm okay with the month and the year. I'm not too married to a specific date, and, the milestone is really what gets us in the discussion. Every year we have to decide on, like, is it more specific? Is it general? Is it too general? So,
So for me, I like to think it's got permitting and all that. It's got the thing that they need to have to do this project label. Don't get me wrong, I'm right, because I mean, it does read and say begin and completion dates. You know, if you're following directions, but let's just be clear. I mean, how many other ones, and we all read through all these, how many other ones did that?
Right.
So in that sense, you gotta look at it overall. Out of the ones you've read, we evaluate right now. What is this for you?
that looked like it was pretty standard, the method that they've set up. Any day, I have no problem going on if that's a general consensus, but
How do you feel, Eric?
I think it meets the criteria overall, and dealing with construction, especially in Florida, where you get weather delays, you get material delivery delays, that, you really can't get much more specific than maybe a month. And even at that can be a little optimistic as you can attest to.
And I agree with Eric, standing on this, of course, I'm in the construction business, I understand. Sometimes you got, unforeseen situation, especially with the permit regulatory agency too, and then of course with the construction, weather-wise and, strike materials, getting the materials and those things, so we play the factors in that, the schedule, so. I think they provide a good schedule right here, what I'm seeing right there. and which is reasonable, you know, to construct and appearing obvious. So,
So are we running to 5 or to 10? Where are we at? What
Oh,
is it?
11%.
Okay, so let's, for the sake of for the recording, let's go back around. Eric, how do you score?
10.
Felicia? 10.
Then,
Yes. Minnesota?
then,
Eric?
10.
We have a consensus of 10.
And I think what we do, that's gonna be our blueprint.
Yeah.
okay.
So we'll, I'll be on the same page, that will be our blueprint for the rest of them. For this review. We don't.
Okay, so next up, we have the ability to proceed, a shovel-ready project. Erica, how did you score? Oh, Eric.
No, do you want me to do it by each thing, or do you want me to do it by total? I see it's like different things, it's like for points for each little piece of it. Don't have to think how many dollars you want.
So they won't get them
It would get a
more than
total.
15.
Right,
So,
right, but
okay, so let's go through it. So sales contract and appraisal,
give them one.
okay. One wasn't an option.
Oh, there's 3 points, I'm sorry, 2 points.
2 points, yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Points, but we're gonna
Go by each one.
right, and then maybe total, because I don't,
Oh,
but you want me to do, I don't mind doing total, but I just did it.
yeah, I think
point
that's
rate.
how I look at mine, is total, but I don't know. How did you want to
What do
do
you
it?
wanna do it?
How did you do it?
Like,
Each one?
Yeah.
Each one, okay, so,
subcategory.
Yeah.
okay, so sales contract and appraisal, Felicia,
Okay, yeah, so 2 points.
okay, West,
2.
2, Maxwell,
2.
Eric,
2.
so for totaling Tracy. We have got, so 2 for sales contract and appraisal, implementation strategy and timeline, Erica.
Give them, I got a 1, because I gave it select information, but it's, don't have site control.
Felicia,
Yeah, well, they don't. Did they put something in there about only with the alcohol?
Well, they did, no, it just said they're gonna be buying it from the church, but it didn't put any.
I kind of think it's a, I agree, it's a 1.
Yeah.
It would be a 1 because it did give an explanation, it said and or
That's what, yeah.
closing time.
So there's no control.
Right, there's no control.
Yes.
No,
So
no,
therefore, if there's no control,
It's a 1, means a general explanation. Because the closing time is after they get the money, basically.
so West, so you're 1, Maxwell,
1.
Eric,
2.
2.
But, just with an understanding with it being a contract pending.
Oh, is it constant?
I just saw the statement that it was contract.
So if there's no contract.
Oh, there was a contract in there?
Well, I saw a statement.
It's a statement, but it's
Oh,
not a contract.
but not
it's a
text.
document.
Not
Yeah,
text.
document. I
So-
looked at that.
So. What else?
I can go with either 1 or 2. If there had to have been, and I didn't see it.
I was like,
But actually, they say, it's the closing timeline. They did say it was gonna close after they awarded it.
I didn't see a sales contract say, you know, speaking to them. I mean, I've seen all of stuff on there about the land and.
Control means that you have control of the land.
Yeah.
Right,
So you own the land.
Right.
No,
right.
so,
Yeah, that would be.
okay,
And energy less than.
okay, so,
Is.
yeah, site control specific explanations, closing timeline. They don't mention the closing, did they mention the closing time? No.
I mean, they just said a statement saying that, you know, once they get the money, they'll acquire the land. From they already got
So
the
this,
specific land
yes,
identified.
promising. Okay, so promising notes, what do we use that, but, okay, well, I'm gonna give him 1, so.
With a consensus for, implementation strategy and timeline is 1, Tracy. Next, under ability to proceed and shovel-ready explanation of incompatibility zoning district and modify zone district and or land use and timeline for completion. Eric.
Okay, so I gave him a 1, but I can go up. I'm okay with it. But I gave him a 1 just because, again, they talk about it's not being compatible. But they also have a little thing about how they're gonna go through the process of when they do the predetermination that they'll. So, right, so I can be a 1 or a 2 of them.
Yeah, I agree too. I agree that they do talk about the ability to, modify. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I said my, I don't even work on that. The pre-submittal meeting, being able to, what they're gonna, do during the pre-submittal meeting, so
Okay,
it's kind of, I'm in between the one and the two and stuff.
okay, let me clarify this one right here. When you talk about the zoning, especially with compatibility, I think the zoning is correct because it's residential. This is residential and the zoning. So I'm not going to do the rezoning. But it's a compatible, zoning is compatible, it's allow single family housing here. Based on what I'm seeing right there, okay, so,
So why do they put no in?
what is that? Can we show, I mean.
On page 24 of the contract, page 24, 342.
It says something about it has to be rezoned to RM 12 instead, it's right now.
RSC.
Okay,
Yes, RSC.
okay, then I'll take my board back, I thought that was compatible in the zoning, you know.
The property would need sewer added to get the
What page was that,
zoning change.
24?
24 out of 342.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the one where they said the water pressure wasn't available there?
yeah. And talk about it, but they discussed them going over the issue they need to do, uncover all the issues once they had a pre-development meeting, pre-submittal meeting. So that's why I said it's specific, but it's next time it could be general. I mean, it's up to how we, yeah.
Okay, so it was RSC-9, which is residential, so they have to change it because the multi-family housing or whatever is that, no,
Yeah.
houses, whatever is that not compatible. Okay. All right, makes sense.
Okay, so we want to do 2 or 1?
I did.
We'll go with the 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna send this two for the explanation of incompatibility. The land development site and subdivision pre-submittal conference attendance and documentation provided.
So no,
No,
0.
that's a 0, because they haven't had it.
Is that the consensus 0?
Yes.
Yeah, 0. We know it's not gonna happen, but.
Okay, then the elevation and other architectural elements are consistent with the county's development expectations, Erica. It says 3 points awarded only if indicated by the county in the site and subdivision pre-submittal conference notes.
Right, so that would be 0. Yes, yeah, 0.
So that consensus 0. The total would be 5. 4.
We did provide any kind of elevations. Elevation, the drawings, something as a attachment.
They have site plans, yeah, we have. site
Yeah, but I want to see the architecture, you know, if the. But they have to develop something to present it to them. So, do they have any innovation?
Oh, I see what you're saying, elevation plans of the house.
Yes.
All right.
Totally.
Because, you know, if they have it, there's something that they're gonna present, so, yeah, they're gonna show it, so.
I think they did, but it does make it sound like it's contingent upon if the subdivision pre-submittal stuff.
Yeah.
So then it's a 0.
All right, so. This, I was going to give them 2, but, you know, because of, you know, pre-submittal things, so.
The pre-submittal just canceled everything out. If they hadn't had it, there was no way for us to give them.
You know,
Thank you. Okay, so we're good with 5 choices for the total. And so for construction features, green energy designs, Erica. Just good.
I gave them 5, they listed them in there, they done, so I gave 5.
5.
5 is the consensus. Okay, and leveraging Shirley,
12,
financial capacity
18,
and bonus. Is the project located within 1 mile of mass transit?
0,
And is it within a nurse center?
5,
So what was that category 5, what was that?
If it's located.
No, the category 5. At 5, so what was the? added, so we scored this subcategory,
It's 5 total.
Five.
total of 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Will I read this one off? Yes. So for CDC of Tampa, I have organizational information, capacity and experience, 15. Performance for past recipients or experience of new proposals, 7. Project timeline, 10. Ability to proceed shovel-ready project, 5. Construction feature, green energy design, 5.
Let's go. Calling out the kids' names.
Leveraging, 12. Financial capacity, 18. Bonus points, proposed activity located 1 mile mass transit, 0. And bonus points, proposed activity located in a neighborhood revitalization strategy area, 5 points. And I have a total of 72. Is that correct? Nope. You had 77? So make sure we got it. Correct. Can we read off the numbers again?
Yes.
Say 15, 7, 10, 5, 5, 12, 18, 0, 5. Sure. Oh, sorry, it didn't equate. Yes, 77.
All right. So next up, we have Florida Home Partnership, and they had 2 projects. The priority one was
And this is for me.
Florida Home Partnership. They had 2 projects. They had a priority 1 and a priority 2. This project is 3-acre parcel project. I was trying to get another project, my apologies. Okay, so we'll start on this side. So for organizational information, capacity, and experience, Eric, how would you score?
15.
And then Sue?
15.
15.
15.
15.
15 is that consensus? They are past performers, so sure we'll have a score.
Project accomplishments, 2. Quarterly reporting on time, 5. Monitoring and compliance issues, findings, or concerns, 5. It's a total of 12 points.
12 is a score for that. And then project timeline, Eric.
I had 9.
Okay, it's 0, 5, or 10.
The reason I didn't give a perfect 10, of course, again, like I said, 5, because they didn't provide a precise schedule to talk about side and vertical, but they don't tell me when they're gonna complete. They do the groundbreaking, but they don't say when they complete, so I don't know. I want to go with the majority to see.
Okay, so where's plenty information?
And then,
What was that?
That
10.
I go,
What did you say, Eric?
I was gonna leave the 5 or 10, because I get what you're saying too. They do talk about preparation, but they don't finish it. They don't finish about when the project will be completed. So that's why I could go either way. So because
That's mentioned against the first one.
that was
well, no, the first one had the completion, I got everything. This one doesn't have a, see, it doesn't take
So then I think
It doesn't, it just says again.
I should go 5.
Preparation, because it doesn't go past.
So I can go 5 if we're gonna use that as the.
Yeah, it doesn't go past the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. At least the other one had the full picture, even though it could be, but this one doesn't go past, it doesn't speak to the completion of it, to me. That's the only reason. Other than that, it'd be the same to me. But it just doesn't, right, well, it just doesn't, like, it says preparation, so how long is it gonna take you to do it? Then after you start the preparation of it. That's the one that I was trying. I mean, you can even guesstimate to me. You could have just gave me another bullet, would have just said, you know, that's what I'm looking for.
they have to show the completion. So they don't show the completion, so.
Again, I can go 5 or 10, you guys, but again, this has always been the one that we always say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can think about the 5s on that one. I originally had 5 on my score, but because we did the adjustment for the generalizing going up to 10, so I'll go with 5 this
The
time.
only reason that it's, I feel like it's not completed, that's the reason why it's 5, it's not because it's not,
Interpretation.
right, it's not because, yeah, just don't feel complete, that's why I say.
I go with the 5.
And so the consensus is 5.
5.
5, Tracy. So this is the one we pick apart. The ability to proceed, shovel ready, the sales contract and appraisal, Eric.
And I was questioning, I did see documents, but I assume that they owned it, so I was going to go with, based on that, with the jury.
Mansour,
3.
I was also in the same headspace as you, so I just went with a 2 on that one, but I'll go with 3 for consensus.
I didn't know. I couldn't remember if I saw it. And I was thinking it was. They said something, but I couldn't remember if I saw the document, so that's why I'm going back here to check real quick. You didn't remember seeing the document? It wasn't there.
It's, yeah, you know, they just, there's out there.
So it's a failed
So
contract.
appraisal, yeah, the
Appraisal.
appraisal, and they had their name on it. Appraisal had their name on it.
So maybe that's why I went with 2, because there was only one, it wasn't a sales contract. And it was.
I just had one document noted here.
Oh, that's true. Okay, that's true. So then it will be 3.
Yeah, so I gave it 3.
consensus 3 or
3.
Eric, you okay with 3? You said 3. Okay. So 3 for the first part, Tracy. And so implementation strategy and timeline, Eric.
I put a 3.
Mansour,
They have site control.
Yes.
So. 3.
3.
Information incompatible zoning district and planning to modify zoning districts and or land use and timelines for completion, Eric.
The 3.
Mansour,
3.
3. 3 is that consensus, Tracy. Land development site and subdivision pre-submits conference attendance and documentation provided, Eric.
The 3.
3.
I'm sorry, I didn't find the conference paperwork on my end.
I saw the conditional, I believe.
Conditional approval plan.
So we have site plan and I think.
So I saw it was the same thing.
Yeah, either, because Oh, we had some type of it should say something about pre-submittal meeting.
It's,
Yeah, so I would think you would see something that says pre-submittal notes.
You have like a memo or something, but
Right, but I didn't see it.
whatever.
So that's what I said.
And I just presume, and I hope I got the paperwork together, I saw PRS 21-0354, final conditions of approval. Okay,
It is there already.
is it?
That's it.
There's approval right there.
Oh, okay.
Because I would-
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Check to make sure I got it for the right, attached to the right.
That was a good point too, but,
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad there are some people on here.
It's make sure it's in the right packet. I don't. So, because I was printing and putting together this binder, so I want to make sure that this is.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
everyone.
that's priority.
And then get a 3 then.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll do this.
Consensus is 3. Okay. And then for elevation and other architecture elements are consistent with the family's development expectations. Eric,
3.
I agree.
Great.
Alicia, 3. Okay. So 15, Tracy, for ability to proceed a shovel-ready project. Construction feature, green energy designs, Erica. Alicia.
I saw it. I didn't recall, I heard them say it, and I didn't hear nothing. Oh, my goodness. I saw here where they said it, but I don't know if I missed it.
I had a 0
Yeah.
because I saw that they
It said
referred
that-
to it, but they didn't express it.
Right, it never said what the items were. They
They,
didn't.
they just said, yeah, we're going to do
They
that.
did.
That's fine. I'm not.
No, really, they just saying.
So
I had a 0 because they refer you to attachment 14, which is the drawing.
Mhm.
I look at drawing, I didn't see.
Right, and that's what I thought too, so let me go in the
You have
joint.
to spell it out, hey,
Yeah,
Okay, so that's.
window, impact window.
That's our
this,
bar. I
Yeah.
just wanna make sure, because
0.
that's
I
our
didn't
bar.
see any, I couldn't find it, so I.
No, because some other people said the same thing and throughout this, so that now I.
So for construction features, is consensus is 0. And then for leveraging, Shirley,
8,
financial capacity, Shirley,
18,
the bonus part 8,
transit is 5 points,
and
and NERSA is 5 points.
I think what happened is the fact of project. It was the acquisition of parcels. That focused more on the acquisition. Versus how many, like, what the energy features of the stuff that's gonna be built on the property.
Well, the energy is mainly used more energy saving things.
Right, but it would have been more related to the construction, but
Yes.
they probably just more focused on the
Ah, it is the-
application. Not thinking that, hey, we probably need to drop this in there or to get credit for what kind of project we're gonna build on there.
Their response kind of comes off as a yes, no versus a delineation.
So, let you have, 83,
yes, that's right.
and you have to read the full at the time for the titles, organization, capacity, you're gonna read each one of them each time. So organizational information capacity and experience, for the priority 1 for Florida Home Partnership is 15. Census performance and past recipients, experience of new proposal, 12. Or experience, excuse me. Project timeline, 5. Ability to proceed shovel-ready project, 15. Construction feature, green energy design, 0. Leveraging, 8. Financial capacity, 18. Bonus, proposed activity located within 1 mile of mass transit, 5. And proposed activity located in a neighborhood revitalization strategy area, 5. And that's a total score of 83 for the priority 1.
The next up is Florida Home Partnership Priority 2, Hacienda West. Next up is Organizational Information Capacity and Experience West.
Sorry, my computer sees stuff on me, I can circle back.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine did and started back. I'll make it a 10. So they won't make it 15.
Yeah, it's 15, but it's the same organization.
Eric,
Here, thank
Eric,
15.
so
15.
and they are past performance early.
Project accomplishments, 2. Quarterly reporting on time, 5. And monitoring and compliance, 5, for a total of 12 points.
What was that score, Tracy? And Project Timeline West.
Sorry, mine's still logged up in. Sorry.
4. Project timeline, I believe I have 10 on there. 10. But I need to revisit it based on our standards with that.
It's like, I can't even
Yeah,
remember between my.
I think it just puts them all together for me.
Did a timeout.
It is force in the building. So
So it could be, between 5 and 10 on here. It's on page 18.
I can read it to you, so then again, the start, the planning, May of 2024. Design start 2025. Site prep start October 26 for completed by the race, but doesn't give you final completion of this. So the same thing.
Same thing.
So 5?
Go ahead.
Okay.
5 is the consensus.
Five.
Number 4, Tracy. And here we go.
This will be hard.
Yeah.
Break it down.
So ability to proceed shovel-ready project, sales contract and appraisal. Ready, West?
I think I had 2 for this one. I have one document.
I'll start with Eric.
Yeah, I just, they had included from the property appraiser apparently showing Enrique.
They initiated in January 2024, but they were hard closing, so that one is 0.
Which one?
You got the property appraisal.
Yes, yeah.
You got the property appraisal.
Is recorded January 24?
2024.
Okay, so this say that initiated, so that's what it's rolling on, so.
Oh.
Is that, okay, so then, I'm okay with that, so it's just 1 document, so what is that, 2 documents, 3 documents?
Well, we came with 3 before because of the same situation that the fee says who owns it too, so that's the appraisal says who owns it.
And they said that Florida Home Partnership on there.
So,
So you wouldn't necessarily have a sub contract,
Right.
like in 24.
yeah, so 3.
Yeah, probably great. Sales contract.
We'll go there. Consensus.
Okay, so Felicia, Eric.
Yeah, 3.
So 3 is for the first one, and then implementation strategy and timeline, Eric.
I put 3,
Mm-hmm.
I had a 2 for some reason, because again. So I thought you didn't have a control on that, so you have a control, so 3.
Consensus, three?
Yes.
Three for the principal. And explanation of incompatible zoning district and plan to modify zoning district and or land use of timelines for completion.
Three is compatible.
Yeah, right.
Completion. Construction features, green energy design, Eric.
Oh,
Skip the rest.
yeah, we'll skip the rest. There's two more.
Yeah, let's.
Land, I'm so sorry. Land development site and subdivision, pre-submittal conference attendance and documentation provided. Karen.
Yeah, I just did even if that's application, so I'm prepared to 0 unless someone else could see it. Kind of.
Up with 02 not included.
Okay.
I didn't say it, so.
Zero, and zero,
Okay.
Yeah.
Zero.
Zero.
And then elevation and other architectural elements are consistent with the county's development expectations.
Having 0 as well. Yeah, we got it.
Zero, yeah, okay. So the total comes up to 9, Tracy.
For record, up with 02.
Okay. Then, construction features, green energy design, Eric.
For 0, I didn't see any. Specific.
No, it's specific.
Again, we refer to that in our attachment, when you look at attachments, the drawings, architectural, mechanical days, but it doesn't spell out, what is that. So provide the energy calculation, it doesn't mean anything, so, but it doesn't represent, anything.
Zero.
And this was the one I was trying to read it from the. Okay, that's not zero.
Consensus is 0. Okay. Leveraging, Shirley,
16,
financial capacity,
18,
bonus A,
transit is 0,
bonus B,
5.
Eighty?
I haven't gotten it.
No, go. We gotta make sure you got it right. Okay.
So you don't have to read all the scores again. I will read those scores for each category.
Yes, I'm gonna read for each one of them, yes. So for organizational information capacity, this is for Florida Home Partnership, priority 2, 15. Performance of past recipients or experience of new proposer, 12. Project timeline, 5. Ability to proceed shovel-ready project, 9. Construction features, green energy design, 0. And leveraging, 16. Financial capacity, 18. Bonus point, proposed activity located within 1 mile of mass service, 0. And bonus activity located in a neighborhood revitalization strategy area would be 5. What strategy restrictions? Not strategy.
The next one will be Habitat for Humanity of Hillsborough County. So what have you ranked?
15.
15, Wes,
15.
Alicia.
It's okay. Have you been to, this is the, Windhorse Common, right?
Yes.
Yes,
But they not answering.
Huh?
Yeah, but it's,
Down payment assistance, right?
correct.
that's what I'm,
It's not, I Googled it.
Yes. So, Eric,
15.
okay. The consensus was 15, Tracy. I'm slow to get it. And they are past performer, sure.
Project accomplishments, 2. Quarterly reporting on time, 5. Monitoring and compliance issues, findings, or concerns, 5, for a total of 12 points.
I'll pass on with the other people because I need to go back to look at that.
Certified.
I didn't see it. You saw it somewhere online.
I didn't put notes on
On
this.
page 17 of 335. 17 of 35. Yeah, this was a good one.
yeah, but I'm confused as to, they're talking about down payment assistance, so what's all this about permits and home? I'm confused.
Yeah, the GPA thing kind of threw me
Oh,
off.
because so it's talking about submitting permits and timeline for this, but is this, what project, I'm confused, I was really confused as to what project we were.
Right, so looks like what they did was they put their timeline for the, because what I'm thinking they're doing is providing down payment assistance to the people that buy the house. So they're giving a timeline. No. No, they're gonna build the houses and then the clients will get down payment assistance to purchase the house. And so this one, for the I think it's 420 that they're asking us for, is the money for the down payment assistance.
That wasn't explained very well. Okay,
But I get what you're saying, the timeline focuses more on the construction of the houses
right,
versus the deep.
wait for the DPA, so that's why I gave it a, I'm okay with giving it a 0, because it's not telling me anything about the down payment assistance, which is what we're supposed to be evaluating.
Right. So I think it's a combination of both. What we did was put down the construction timeline, and then the last 2 lines on there. So it's not clear, but it's, when you receive the CO, I guess it should have been maybe another line or 2 to say, do the connectivity between the house and the client in the DPA assistance. There's no way to show the connection.
No, that's what I'm saying, that's why
I
I'm
mean-
okay to go with 0, because I was confused, that I have 5 or 0 here. But it doesn't speak to down payment assistance as well, I hope you evaluate.
Well, I'm looking at it from architecture standpoint. I think they're well defined.
But it's not architecture, this is about down payments, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, down payment.
Right, it's not talking about.
Okay, well, I'm talking about the construction.
Right, you're talking about, this is, well, that's why I got confused, because it's speaking to a time for construction. This is about down payment assistance. It didn't add up to me, so that's why I'm saying, I give a 5 or a 0, because it doesn't speak to the timeline of down payment assistance. I need to see after all this is done, what you're gonna do with that money we given, right? And so for you,
I get it, and I'm okay with a 5. I think that the setup closing probably should have, and it probably should have been a little bit tighter to say, show connectivity with the down payment system. On there, but, I could definitely live with a 5, but not a 0. I think that.
Wes. Eric.
5.
So,
I go with 5.
5 on the timeline. Where do we go? Ability to proceed shovel ready project, sales contract and appraisal.
I knew I feel the sales contract for the own that property. So I just think it's the
So that was your,
But I didn't see it. It said it was.
They say that it's skip. So it's skip, yeah, yeah.
It says skip for DPA
Oh,
on that one.
Right, that's what
Oh,
I'm saying, so
right.
that's what I'm saying, so that's how I'm confused.
right.
So are we supposed to evaluate on that, cause they do a down payment system, so are we even evaluating on that, because it's not. Um, Okay, it's zero then, because I don't know how else to. I don't know how else to grade something else, so.
So the application, stakeholder application is for down payment assistance. Period.
Okay.
And we're doing the application based on what they provided you for down payment assistance. And so that we're clear,
So.
okay?
Zero.
So for sales contract and appraisal,
It's going.
based on what you have and what they provided you. That's how we're scoring. So, unsort.
Sales. Which category you can, subcategory is still on 5, right?
The first one, number 5,
Okay,
sales contract and appraisal.
I give them 2.
Okay, it was scores 0, 2, and 3. So you're 2. West.
I'm gonna stand by my 0.
Yeah.
That's good. 0.
Zero. Based on it.
I go 0. So we're going to
So
sell
sales contract and appraisal is 0. Implementation strategy timeline.
control the property.
It doesn't say, it says skip, so.
Yeah, that's what it says.
So
That's
it
skip.
doesn't say zero, if it doesn't.
What it stands for, the DPA stands for, what is it?
Down payment is.
Oh, really?
Okay,
It doesn't speak to us,
so
well.
you don't have property, if you don't have money to pay, so you don't own the property. Right? So,
Well, then,
I don't think that's it. I just think they could, they didn't have to answer the question because it's related to DPA, down payment assistance. So they didn't,
and by the-
sound like it's worth it, right? It sounds like it's worth it around, oh, like,
Right.
we shouldn't be, we shouldn't,
Maybe
we
it's
should,
free.
it's gonna
That's
be
what
hard
I
to break down at all.
So
Because of
zero,
it,
well, I mean, you gotta grade it how we got it, so zero.
right?
I did too.
Is that the consensus? 0.
Zero.
But they could have even put in there, we do have site control, but it's a DPA, or something like that, even if, you know what I mean?
Right,
There's a way to connect it to me.
Information incompatibility zoning district and plan to modify zoning district and land use and timeliness for completion. Right, so
I did 2.
Wes,
And the 3 on that one.
check.
Got a site plan here. Yeah,
That's what it's like.
new site plan.
I think it did say something compatible.
They got the side approved. Yeah, they got the side approved. I see the stamps right there, you know. So
So you saying 2 because they've been.
I'll give them 3.
Great.
Okay, see.
we have 2, we have 3, and 0.
I guess I'm getting caught up. Project's not even a site. The project is about the financial assistance, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but that's what we are evaluating it. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you what,
I don't know, is it something like, I mean, like, do we know that if it met the minimum criteria? I guess it did, it got through to us.
I'm not sure.
Well-
Speaking of on the minimum price.
Like,
It's considered an eligible activity.
Right.
Is it considered that because?
It is an eligible activity.
but they got the side approved. Okay, the guy, so after the fact, they come and ask, right?
But the application is for down payment assistance, it's not for construction.
You know, and I'm confused by it.
Right, and see, that's what I'm saying, we're saying now, so, cause the first part we did with zeros, but then they have a site plan, they have, so they have, again, I struggle with
Because
this.
they provided proof of what they have here.
Okay, well, I give them a 3 because they do have a site plan. I'm free to that.
All right, I'll take a break.
Read for the site.
That's something
Yeah,
new.
it's on it.
Just based off of what's in front of us.
Yeah.
And then land development site and subdivision, resubmit copies of technical documentation provided.
I give them 3 because they already got a site approval. I assume they had it.
Right.
I assume they did not.
Consensus.
Three.
All these are, that's,
Okay, and then elevations and other architectural elements consistent with the county's development expectations. And so,
3.
where's
Three.
Three. Three. That was 9, Tracy. Yes. All right. Construction features, green energy design.
I give them 5.
Was
also fine.
5.
five is consensus choice. Leveraging surely,
0,
financial capacity,
19,
bonus, part A.
5 points for transit, and 0 for activity located within a nursing.
Everything seems to be working.
Everything's is that, what they call it? Let's say these things, there's these scales, yeah, everything, these
They don't like
scales.
it.
Problems, it's just like, ugh.
Habitat for Humanity of Hillsborough County, Florida, organizational information, capacity, and experience. 15.
Yeah.
Performance of past subrecipient or experience of new proposal. 12. Project timeline. 5. Ability to proceed, shovel-ready project. 9. Construction features, green energy design. 5. Leveraging. 0. Financial capacity. 19. Proposed activity located within 1 mile of mass transit service. 5. And proposed activity located in neighborhood revitalization strategic area. NRSA, okay, 0, let's see
Don't
that.
feel bad. I can't remember promise.
And that total is 70.
So next up, we have New Life Village. And their project is a project. Which is cool. Organizational information. Capacity and experience Felicia.
I have 15.
Erica,
15.
Eric,
15.
Wes,
15.
15, Tracy. They are past performance, Shirley.
5 points for project accomplishments, 5 points for quarterly reporting on time, and 2 points for monitoring and compliance issues for a total of 12 points.
Project timeline, Felicia.
Maybe there's it. Here. So it'll be. It's on page 30, 40.
So, that.
Y'all feel like that's the beginning and the end.
Yeah, it has it.
Okay, with the 10,
Yes.
10.
And
You good with ten?
you're gonna do 10.
Tabs. Engineer.
And
And Tracy. Ability to proceed shovel-ready project, sales contract and appraisal completion.
So they already own the project and then just the renovation. My opinion, like they own it already, so. I don't know, I looked at, I just gave them 15 because they owned it, they have site control.
Yeah, the same contract, as of 2016. So. Existing rent.
I gave them 3.
Are we gonna break this all out?
I'm good with 15, if everybody's good with 15, and have site control, is your own property, but you think you're.
No, I just have a question, that's all. This is an existing proposing inventory for harass.
So it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a net increase until.
No.
Yes.
They don't have to people.
Actually, what they're just doing is preserving,
Yeah, doesn't,
preserving the property.
yeah, just renovation inside,
Right.
renovation, a little more public.
Is the property is typically. It's up to, it's like, typically what the expectation is.
For the owner, you make the rent,
Have no for the owner.
start to rent, these are renting.
There's a component of revitalization with some of the projects that we're looking at.
I was just,
So your ask question is, what are they doing to improve and enhance what they already have? They should be already doing maintenance on these.
for the whole money.
Yeah.
That's.
Somebody, the property owner.
That's what it is.
So their point is it should be already in, so what are you doing to add to the additional with this, like, why are we? Yeah,
Yeah, and I think what happens is too, you can look at sometimes the life of the property, so yeah, they should have a maintenance, they should be coming to us for basic maintenance. It seems like they were going to be doing some renovations, it wasn't gonna displace people, but I thought it was gonna be, it wasn't gonna be just changing out appliances. I may be wrong.
So they're not, okay, no, what they're doing right here, changing washer dryers.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go back and look.
And
Let's do better. That's not better.
yeah, I'm not doing the program, does that, it's their. That gets attached to the property. Okay, so they don't just make improvements on it, but.
Yeah. Yeah, don't take my word, just.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see, I trust you, but I trust you.
Yeah, I understand this stuff.
Okay, yeah, washer dryer, lighting, fluorine. I might mix up with somebody else for both, but I just want to do first.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, too.
Right, there's a difference between main and then.
No, I'm correct. Cabinet change, lighting, this is really is more interior fix up, you know what I mean? So somebody's making money, so you have to make popular. Are they in violations? Of course, I'm not expressing this. As a landlord, as an owner of property, I'm responsible too if I'm on rent. That's something that,
They do have to, have a maintenance fund. I think sometimes you get to a point of life of a property. Some of the work that you're gonna be doing is gonna be far beyond what your maintenance, even if you have a maintenance, we're not even sure if it.
Okay, but I'd rather go by one, just because don't they have to provide information though? And that's what I was making sure of, they provide this information for citizens.
Okay.
So like, they provide the deed, they find it, I mean, I understand it's already had it, but
It's just,
but I just wanna make sure you do the same thing you do for everybody.
Yes,
So
I agree.
Make sure that's one.
I'm on.
Okay, so the first one I gave a three, because they had the deed. It was not-
So we're going to, we have 3 citizens, contract and appraisal. The deed.
First one, yeah, I got three.
3.
Site,
Okay. Implementation strategy timeline.
3.
3.
Three, it's fine.
Sorry.
So
great.
this is what I was doing. Districts and to modify zoning districts and or land use for timeline for completion.
not applicable because they are not modifying any problem.
So it's technically zoning compatible, but
Yes, yeah.
it's
No, three, right.
And land development site and subdivision to be submitted conference attendance and documentation provided.
Existing.
They didn't provide it to us, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I understand it's existing, but if they provide it to, you guys see it in the document, because that's the other thing. I understand. I didn't see, I gave a 0, but I didn't see it, so. I get it's built out, but again, they're asking, we're evaluating what they provided to us, and they need to provide us that it's already built out and provide us that sample. I don't see it, so I'm giving a 0 because I didn't see it. I'm not saying it's not there, I don't see it, just like we did the last other one. If you
Right.
don't see it,
Right,
it's a 0, right?
okay.
Am I, see what I'm saying? I don't see it.
Is that the consensus for?
I'm saying.
If we measured the, like I said, we measured the last one that way,
Yeah.
then I'm okay with it, but I'm on the mindset to like.
But we're making an assumption.
Right.
But we didn't do that for the last one,
Right.
but it came
No,
out to
no, no.
the DPA.
Gotta be consistent.
We gotta be consistent.
Right,
So I'm saying 0.
So,
0.
West.
Yeah.
And the elevations and other architectural elements that are consistent with the county's development expectations.
Also 0.
0.
Right. So then 9 for that one, Tracy.
I hope that didn't make sense? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's our responsibility for all five of us to keep us on point, so we can measure right against the same thing. No, you did.
So construction features, green energy designs, Eric.
I didn't see it, so.
And so
I saw a couple of items. Okay, so the washer dryer,
I did hate that, like, could not find it.
washer dryer,
It didn't
Did you
say.
talk about, energy efficient?
yeah, impact windows lighting.
Oh,
So
really?
it is just for items, so I will give them I'll give them 3 points.
Oh, I didn't miss it.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I saw it, so I don't know, I just. I don't see it on my side instead of my page. Let me just go ahead and, let's see, we can, washer dryer.
So I saw them talk about dryers, but it didn't say energy efficiency.
All right, say that. Okay. The units are mixed up 2 and 3 bedrooms, they are each with the bathrooms high. You mean a private bedroom, you each include stack of washer dryer, so let's see the next one. Okay. Not bad,
No,
I think
I
it-
didn't say.
I'll take it back.
okay. So for that one,
0.
0. Okay. That's the consensus.
Yeah.
Leverage insurance,
Leveraging is 4 points.
financial capacity,
16,
and the 2 bonuses, A and B.
transit is 5 points, and activity located within a NERSA is 5 points.
$76.
That's right.
All right. New Life Village. Organizational information, capacity and experience. 15. Performance of past subrecipient or experience of new proposal. 12. Project timeline. 10. Ability to proceed shovel-ready project. 9. Green energy design. 0. Leveraging, 4. Financial capacity, 16. Bonus points, activity located 1 mile mass transit service, 5. And the last one, the NERSA, that is the, located neighborhood revitalization strategy area, 5. For a total of 76.
And so the last application we're reviewing today will be the real estate foundation. Six. So, organizational information, capacity, and experience.
Or we something, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, um. It was 10.
Eric,
It's in.
and so,
Not even 4.
okay, so it was 0, 5, 10, or 15.
Oh. Sorry, sir, I'll go with the fractions, so 5. Again, so I'll go with the 15.
Years. 10. That's it. Consensus 10.
Well, 5 and 3 should be 12, so we're closer to 10.
Okay, so for organizational information, capacity, and experience, everybody's consensus with a 10. If they are a new proposer, how would you score them, Eric?
I have. I can do. My initial score was an 8. But I'm willing to talk about it.
Eric,
And
so
Which category?
number 3, they're a new proposer.
With 8.
That's
I will go 15. Hour.
8. Well, let's discuss. Kind of variation from one here.
Okay, so what issue I have with, I see that they have personnel that have experience. But I'm talking about the organization, you said the proposer is the real estate foundation. Their similar projects are, if they have anything, all I can read and find, and I read through this, was they have housing counseling through their foundation services. But this is about projects, it's about rebuilding, and they have it individually in their what do you call it, their qualifications, but as far as the foundation itself, I didn't see that. So that's why I have that 8, and that's just how I see it.
No, I agree with you.
I'll agree with that. My thought was, I did look at it as does the organization collectively have the skill set? But I agree with their line of
They
logic.
do, but they don't, but it's not,
The
they have
organization
individually.
itself.
Right, it's not, I don't see it, because I can look at CDC, I can see the rest of them that they've done, I can see their projects, and they listed, they've
CDC
done
projects.
CDC project,
You don't
village
see
project.
Real estate.
I don't see projects, it's the only thing I see is the home ownership classes.
Right.
Right?
I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree. I agree. Since this is an 8. Project timeline.
Okay, based on what we've been doing. It's T in there, right? Or, well, so they don't speak specifically about the construction piece of it. They say service, it doesn't, so I can do a 5 or a 10 because it doesn't speak to that, it just kind of gives like a summary, if that makes sense, what I'm saying at the time. So I'm okay with adjusting one, so.
I just think I'm fine.
5, okay, because it doesn't speak to detail, it doesn't, it gives a, it's very generic, but then at the same time, it doesn't have completion, so that's why I'm saying I'm okay with it.
I had an 8.
With 5.
Fine.
I'll go with the 5.
Consensus is 5 for, project time, not Tracy. Looking to proceed shovel ready, sales contract and appraisal, Erica.
I said 3 because they own the land. Well, they have the deed in there, they don't have the appraisal, they don't have the sales contract in there, I can see the deed, but I guess that's a deed, isn't that the same thing? They do have the deed in there. Yeah, so I gave them 3 because they don't have the appraisal in there, so you wanna give them 2.
I said 2.
I saw the word 215, year of 2015.
Indeed.
Yeah. So the property on 2015.
No, it's recently appraised.
So something in 2015.
It's in there, it's in there.
Oh,
It's in the part 2.
Indeed.
Yeah, the deed.
2 pounds. Right,
Right, April 25, right? First thing.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So they own that. property.
they own.
Yeah, they just got it.
Okay, so
So they don't have the appraisal. Okay.
1 document, 2.
And I don't know that anyone had an appraisal. But yeah,
Somebody had something from the appraisal office, didn't it?
well,
Yeah.
property appraisal, but in the actual valuation, I did not see.
No, but, so I guess that's why I was saying the proper appraisal. They
Yeah.
have to do
Yeah, I gave them credit. They had
the
the
property appraisal and everything.
And yeah, but,
So, I mean, I can go with 3, I'm fine with it, because they have site control gave them 3, they have.
okay.
Very good, consensus for the sales contract and appraisal.
3.
2, but I'll go up to 3.
Implementation strategy and timeline, Erica.
3, they have, take.
So.
3, it's like a-
Okay, right, ready for that, Tracy. Explanation of incompatible zoning district and plan to modify zoning district and or land use and timelines for completion.
They said they had this whole compatibility for residential, so I was up to 3.
I give it 2. The reason I'm giving 2 because one of the lots it wasn't compatible that could be the split. And I have some to the
Then
city of council.
they had a meeting coming for it.
Right, to do the split.
Yeah,
Split.
but they got a
And
verbal.
verbal.
Yeah, that's why I give it 2. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with 2.
2 is the consensus, Wes.
Sure. 3, just because I took it as something compatible, but it's going with 2. Oh, that's fine.
2 is the consensus, Tracy. Land development, site and subdivision, pre-submittal conference attendance and documentation provided.
Didn't see that, but again, I didn't see it, so I said 0.
That's right. 0, 0, 0.
I had 3 because they implied that it already happened. So discussion with the city of Broad City, and all this, and it's gonna go before the board. Okay, so is that then?
It was kind of informal.
That was.
So it's kind of this formal versus informal, which is why I kind of went back and forth with
This
this one.
was a letter from city of Broad City. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the zoning though, that speaks to the zoning.
Well, that's his only person. So his review is gonna go before the board, right?
Is that talking about pre-submittal conference? That's what that is about?
Okay, but see that, they must have the pre-submittal stuff with them. So that's why you got a letter. So that is gonna go before, board, but he doesn't indicate it. Well, he's inclined, that letter, that consider possibly inclined, he's going before the board, you know. for-
That's going before the board to split it.
Yeah, for this place, yes, yeah, for this place.
But they didn't attend the pre-submittal conference, though.
Right, that's about pre-submittal conference,
They may did it, but they don't indicate. Yeah. So, okay. Otherwise.
I was.
Consensus for that is 0.
Okay.
0. And then elevations and other architectural elements are consistent with the county's development expectation.
0, because
They don't.
Right. Our consensus is 0. Adrian?
Yeah.
0 for that. 0. So was 8, Tracy.
They're gonna be compatible, but.
Okay. So construction features, green energy designs, Erica.
I put 5 because they listed it out there. Good. Agree,
I mean, like,
Let's take it out.
it's not, because that's what we've been doing. Even though the other one of those, actually put them into the site planning, but they just, I'm not sure.
like, have to know 3 points.
If there's just, they're showing, they're showing. This is that green energy design, so they're having on what page,
Yeah, well,
when it's, on page 5,
Sure. What page?
page 5.
So they just list them, they don't want specifics, so they don't.
Okay, yeah, yeah, they did, actually, the bidder, they spelling correctly, this is
They took what was outlined as the options and just put it as, yes, we're going to do this one, this one, this one, and this one.
which page is that?
okay, well, page number 5.
Page number 5 of 106 or 5 of the other line?
5 of 106. Well, 106.
See, yeah, they kind of.
Yeah,
Any
No.
current appliances, low
That's what
maintenance windows,
yeah,
fluid,
yeah.
recycling initiatives, I don't know what that means, but, so far, 1, 2, 3,
Geothermal,
energy efficient lighting.
yeah. I think they mentioned all the, more than 7 items. So that one is definitely geothermal heat pump. That's one of the best also. I think they are compliant. That's what I'm. Synergy.
Straight out of curiosity, I didn't know Florida could do the third one.
Oh, well, I did a couple of projects here in Glenville. But for the, if one single house in Glenville, it's
Brothers maybe 8 points, so maybe. Well, still, maybe they go down here below and say, got the recycling.
I think they put the thought to this, so that's what we do in my house, so. That's what the other do, we do the wash and dryer, go in, you wash and dryer, so, yeah. It's like,
I have maybe 8 times, so I'm okay with the 5.
5. That's
I think we should do 5.
What you do with 5? Your consensus is 5, Tracy. Leveraging Shirley
20,
financial capacity.
13,
Bonus A and B.
transit is 0. And activity located within a NERSA is 5 points.
Before.
The real estate, for the real estate foundation, organizational information, capacity and experience. 10. Performance of past recipient, but they are, new proposer. 8. Project timeline, 5. Ability to proceed shovel-ready project, 8. Construction features green energy design, 5. Leveraging, 20. Financial capacity, 13. Proposed activity located within 1 mile of mass transit, 0. And for the proposed activities located in neighborhood revitalization strategy area, NARSA, 5. For a total of 74. So that will conclude the evaluation committee meeting for RFP 25-00197. Home Chodo recertification Chodo projects. Again, this will be available because it has been reported and it has been publicly noticed, excuse me. So that it will be the conclusion of our meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, wait,
Sign off.
She's got us,
Okay.
bring us something else forward.
Okay.